What up, y'all? DCFAYGOGUY. Welcome back to the 5 Quintessentials, our countdown of the top 5 whatever have yous. The series inspired by 5 Piece from the Goons Clout Gallery. Shout out to them. Head over to Faygo Lovers here on YouTube to check out their series if you would like. They have a lot of great fucking episodes, a lot of great content. I wish they didn't stop. But anyway, today we are jumping into our top 5 storytelling songs. And this, let me tell you what, this was tough because there are a lot. There are a ton of great storytelling songs. There are a lot of great storytellers that exist here in the underground, from the likes of ICP, Twisted, SON, Low Key, fucking Allah Zuli Lou, ABK, Boondocks. There's so many great storytellers in the underground. It's really hard to narrow it down to 5, so this was really kind of tough. But let's jump right the fuck into it, shall we? So at my number 5 spot, again, tough to pick, but I had to go with this one just because this really set the scale and really introduced us to the series and got us into it, and it's an ongoing thing. At my number 5 spot, I have Low Key with Whispers of Nibiru.
July and the moon began spinning and circling Earth as the horror unfolded. Then everything got really cold and everything got really hot, and we burned and we still stayed alive as the Earth was awoken.
Now, this song is like, I think this is the second song on the album. You get the intro from Shadowland. I should specifically say that this is off of his first Oracle called Shadowland. If you don't know what the 12 oracles are, they're kind of similar to Joker cards, only different. The 12 oracles are taken from, an experience that Loki has had from his experience of having sleep paralysis. The land of Shadowland is through sleep paralysis. He's entered this world called Shadowland. And in it, there's these 12 deity-like beings called the 12 oracles. And Shadowland is the first one. It introduces us to the world of Shadowland. And the song specifically, Whispers of Nibiru, really depict that. You hear him talk about how he wakes up, there's just like chaos all around you. It's basically like a land of hell. It's there's like Armageddon going on around you. Towards the end of the song, you see the planet of Nibiru coming in close. And, that's kind of the portal that brings him in through to Shadowland. The way that the song is done, the way that the song pretty much opens up Shadowland, absolutely fucking great. And really kind of sets the scale for what the 12 oracles are going to be. If you've not listened to any of the 12 oracles, I suggest you go check them out. I want to put that disclaimer out there that they are experimental sound-wise. There's elements of rock, there's elements of rap, there's elements of EDM, those are his experiments, but they are also telling a story. And if you're into that, if you're into concepts, then you're going to love the 12 oracles. Just keep in mind, musically, they are experimental. So if you're stuck on only having horrorcore, if you're stuck on only experiencing rap, then you're probably not going to enjoy them. But if you are an open-minded individual, I think you'll appreciate them. But I had to give the number 5 spot to Whispers of Nibiru because, once again, it opens up the 12 oracles fucking wonderfully, and it really helps set the scale of like the story that's being told. Jumping into number 4, had to give it to ICP with Hell's Forecast.
Something had woke me, a thump on my roof. It was followed by crashing, more thumping ensued. I jumped out of my bed thinking I'd been invaded. Heard smashing, more pounding, the sound escalated. Looked out of my window, blood dripped down the glass. I see bodies lay twisted and mangled on grass. I ran into the main room and Shaggy was dead, so was Nate the Mac. Jumped steady and ABK bolted out of the house to see if it's a joke. I heard hundreds of car alarms.
Now, one thing that Jay is really good at, and there's only a few people who've been able to really kind of rival him at this, he's really good at fucking storytelling. He's really good at putting you in the world that he's telling. And in Hell's Forecast, that is absolutely it. He wakes up, there's fucking bodies and blood everywhere, all over outside. He ventures out and there's just a scene of fucking hell, literally. At the end, he meets the Wraith. The Wraith tells him that everything he's seeing is opposite. It's actually him that's dead, and this was his Hell's Pit. Absolutely fucking great. Just absolutely great. And one of the things that I love about Violent J is the fact that he can do that kind of shit. Jumping into our number 3 spot, off of Hell's Pit again. Or I'm sorry, Hell's Forecast is off of Shangri-La, but it pretty much tells you about Hell's Pit. But number 3 is coming from Hell's Pit. I had to give it to Every Day I Die.
I tried to visit Shaggy. I stepped up off of my porch and it was dark as fuck. I couldn't see, not even with the torch. I hear the streets talking and they aware of my move. They whispering and swinging from the trees above. I hear the loons. I try to jog a little. Crow eyes glow like cats. Demonic zombies running up on me. I slap them with the bat, but my eyes keep bleeding from the rays of the darkness. They powerful and burn you something heartless. I hear a giant thumping, some kind of ogre or something. I see the phantom screaming as this giant behemoth is coming, and it swung at me. I felt the rip, my head went spinning and flipping and rolling, and finally landed in position. I could see my body still standing, headless as fuck. It finally fell, but what the hell? Still got my nugget, but I'm stuck. I can't move. Fuck, I'm only a face. Why even try? On top of that, it's a centipede crawling in my eye. I wanna die. Back to the start, another try.
Very similar to number 4. He's depicting a world of hell. He's depicting a hellscape that he is in. Both Shaggy and him. They step up off of their porch, going to go visit the other person, and it's fucking dark. It's just absolute darkness everywhere. They get chased by ogres. They get picked up by these fucking demons with wings and carried. Just the way that they both told that story. Ah, man, it's just fucking great. It's one of my favorite fucking songs off of Hell's Pit. I would say my favorite is probably Truly Alone, but Every Day I Die is absolutely great. Yeah, man, it just, oh man, just fucking great. So getting into our number 2, once again, a depiction of hell. Had to give it again to ICP with Killing Fields.
Try to roll off, my skin slowly tears away. My flesh is stuck to the bed as I begin my day. Walking out the house this morning, the sky is red. The streets are crowded with the bodies of the living dead. They're trying to die, they're leaping off the rooftops. They only scream in pain as their body flops. I'd rather stay inside my home and only pray to die. But my house has been on fire since like 85. I can only stand the night of the fatal smoke. But see, you never die, you only burn. And so I leave out the house and walk the land. Wild pigs run and feed off the dying men. And look around you, there's bodies hanging from the trees. But they're not dying, they're only crying, please. I hear the thunder in the sky, so I run and hide. The deadly rain may soon come down, you've got to get inside. The lunatics see the lightning, they're screaming, yes, it's raining blood. The streets are a bloody mess. About once or twice a week, though it thunderstorms, that's when giant heavy red and black clouds form. It's raining blood, kidneys and livers from the sky. Prepare, cause when you die, you're coming to the killing.
And this one is a little bit more sinister sounding, I think. You know, you hear Jay laying in my bed, I think of many hotel. Just the way that he set, just the way that song is so put together. It's sinister. And it really makes you think about doing that yourself. And I think, and I've never done this, and I really should do this. One of these times, I want to fucking lay in bed with headphones in and just listen to that song and just think about that. Just think about laying in bed, you know, going to get up and fucking whole layer of skin peels off your back and stays on the bed. God damn. But yeah, number 2, Killing Fields from ICP. That brings us up to the number 1 spot. And this one was really a no-brainer because it's easily my favorite song from Twisted. It's my favorite song from the Green Book. And seeing it at Fright Fest last year was fucking chilling. I'm going with Marsh Lagoon.
If everything is going my way, then why does it suck so much to be Eric Ritter today? I'm like the captain of the football team, and every girl who's someone in my school, they wanna suck my dick or sleep with me. I get big props and high fives for them quarterback sneaks from the 30-yard line. I never fuck with drugs, I only drink for the buzz. I can handle my liquor, and my daddy is a judge, and he looks out for me. But what about the prom queen? It's been at least 2 weeks since she's been heard from a scene. Susan Casada, her mama is a lawyer, and her daddy is a doctor. Her picture's in my locker, her body's in the lagoon. Underneath the lily pads glow from the moon. Dark watery tomb, consumed her body, then pulled her below. I wrapped her in my liniment coat and slit her throat, then I let go. Not a splash I ever heard, and from that day forward I haven't spoken a word. And from that day forward I haven't spoken a word. The Marsh Lagoon. So many wanna dump their dead here.
Everybody fucking came correct on that. Everybody did great. To me, it's just a really good song. And I remember this artwork that somebody put out, and I've shared it on my Facebook before. And if I can go find the picture, I'll probably flash it on screen here. But I love this art that someone put together. And this is something that I would have loved or still love to see a music video for, even if it's animated, because I think that it would be really fucking, really chilling to see. You know, each of them depicting their own ways of killing somebody, and they take them to this lagoon and they dump them, and that this lagoon has become more or less like a haunted place because of it. Something interesting I think in this song that I've never really thought about is if they're all dumping it into are they all dumping their bodies into this exact same lagoon, or are they talking about several different marsh lagoons? I think conceptually that it would be the same lagoon, and that's what makes it so haunting. But yeah, Marsh Lagoon, easily one of my favorite Twisted songs. Hands down, my favorite song off of the Green Book. I just think it's a very good song. The beat is very chilling. It's very haunting. And again, everybody just came correct on it. So my number 1 spot, I had to give it to fucking Marsh Lagoon from Twisted. Featuring Violent J, I should say. But yeah, that brings us to the end of our top 5 for the storytelling songs. Tell me down below what your 5 favorite or your top 5 storytelling songs would be. And again, head over to Faygo Lovers and check out the 5-piece series from the Goons Clout Gallery. Shout out to those guys. I thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time.